Well, welcome back, and what a delight to have back in the studio with us. A friend that's been a friend for a long time, and delighted to have her back in the studio with us today. Georgene Bandara is with us, and she has one of the most unique ministries and does it with such an incredible passion. How are you? Good to see you.
I am great. I am great.
You do good news clubs. You've been doing it all over the place, and now you are the Military Children's Ministry Coordinator at Joint Base. What is that?
I go to military bases and set up good news clubs in the schools that are inside the gate on military installations.
Wow.
Started at Fort Hood in 2006.
Really?
7 schools inside the gate at Fort Hood. Each school is about 600 to 700. Of course, this was 06, and it was right during the middle of the war. So our first day of Good News Club, we had 97 kids.
Wow.
So it's been an amazing adventure. I was there for 16 months. There's 7 schools, 6 of them were open to Good News Club. And during that 16 months, 650 military kids were going to after-school Good News Clubs.
Okay. Back up a little and tell those what a Good News Club is.
Good News Club is we do it after school. Most people don't know that the Supreme Court ruled in 2001 that we have as much right to use a school facility after school as any other community organization. Mm-hmm. So those that want to go fishing where the fish are, what a concept.
All right, so you and the students come to you after school?
Yes.
For how long? About an hour or so?
It's about an hour. It depends on a lot of different things, but some clubs can go an hour and a half. But it's an hour, 1 day a week, and what I do is a chaplain-sponsored program. So we're doing it for the chaplains. This is their program. Oh. They ask me to come. They pay for the materials. And in the Medford area, some people know who Chaplain Croy is.
Right.
Do you know that name?
I haven't met him, but I know the name.
He was there in Anchorage, Alaska, and I had never met him either. But a chaplain that I worked with at Fort Hood was sent to Joint Base Elmendorf, Richardson in Alaska, and they said, you need to come up here and open up Good News Clubs.
Well, I'm delighted to hear this. This is good news because good news, pardon the pun, but it is good news in the sense that it's happening on these military bases. Is there a special need with military children who parents were in the military? Yes and no.
Children are children, and I had a lot of misconceptions as to what I was going to be finding. Generally, military children are very well behaved, or else.
Or else, yeah.
Yeah.
They're out taking laps.
Right. This is true. The needs of the military child, of course, is the stability. They're moving around a lot. Mm-hmm. One of the things that we do with our curriculum is that if a Good News Club is at Fort Hood and they get sent to another military base where there's Good News Clubs, we're doing the same curriculum, the same clubs, the same songs, the same, it's a curriculum that is
universal, I guess.
Universal, yeah. So we just finished The Life of Christ, Volume 1. Mm-hmm. So it's really good for a Good News Club child to be able to have that consistency.
Wow. How's the impact?
It's been amazing. It's been amazing. I tell people that support me, I don't get supported by the military. I'm not under contract. I'm a missionary, and I raise support. But I tell people, I wish you could be in my pocket, and I'd pull you out, and I could show you. First day of Good News Club this year, I saw a military wife crying, and I thought, and we were just ready to start, and I thought, what is this all about? And I turned around, and then she was right next to me, and she goes, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. You are passing out Bibles and singing about Jesus in school? In our school? And I said, yes, ma'am. And so it's really fun. The military children are really not churched, and that's not because their parents aren't believers. It's just because many times military, especially the moms, have a hard time getting into a local church or a chapel with roots because they're going to be gone in 18 months. In fact, a cute little story of two little first grade girls talking to their teachers said, "Is Good News Club like church?" And the teacher said, "Yes, sweetheart, we learn about God, we sing about God." And one first grader said to the other first grader, well then, they were talking together, well then on Tuesdays we just need to dress up.
Oh, wow.
Which
Wow.
shows you that she knew what she was doing, but they didn't have a local church.
Can people, do you need volunteers? You need help?
Yes, sir.
How does that work?
Well, my job is to go into the local community. If White City was a military base, you know, I would go to different churches in the area and try to pass on the passion that I have is to reach the children. Because if I staff Good News Clubs with military people, they'll be gone in 18 months.
Oh.
And then we have to start all over.
Yeah.
So my passion is to visit local churches and try to tell them, you can have a ministry, you can be a missionary, you could sleep in your own bed every night, and you don't have to, only language you need to speak is 8-year-old. and it works. This last year, 2 of the Good News Clubs, they're in Joint Base Elmendorf, Richardson in Alaska, both of them were taught by pastors and their wives. That doesn't happen very often. But they see the fact that we can do this. And the clubs are huge. Both of these pastors that are teaching the Good News Club have military backgrounds. So if I can find a pastor that's got a military background, I'm like white on rice.
Yeah.
I'm right there.
Yeah.
And telling them, do you know, sir, that you can go to a Good News Club? And they don't really promote their churches, but you know and I know that when things happen,
Where they go. Yeah.
they'll go.
All right, let me say to both of our viewers and listeners, you can go to cefonline.com, cefonline.com to get more information. By the way, I know that you're concentrating on military bases, but there's Good News Clubs in schools all over the place.
Yes, yes.
And I guess you would be a conduit to that too.
Well, I don't come into a community. First of all, I have to be asked by the garrison, the base commander, the head chaplain, to come. And then I do. Then I work with the local CEF director because this is their territory. And my job is to get these schools started, and then I go to another military base. So Alaska's my 4th. And now all 5 schools there on Joint Base Elmendorf, Richardson are open. And so I will probably be going back to Joint Base Lewis McChord in Washington because there's 5 schools on that military base and only one of them has a Good News Club. So they're asking me to go back.
This whole thing's fascinating.
It is.
It's just fascinating. So what are some of your needs?
Well, my prayer needs, obviously, is that my health and energy. You know, in just 19 days, I can go through an airport without taking off my shoes, which means I'm going to be 75. So that's cool. I think that's great. And denial is not a river in Egypt because I am in total denial. But who would have thought that at 75 I could be serving God and my country at the same time?
Yeah.
The military chaplains really love this program. Once they see it, they love it. So my needs, obviously, personally, is just for my health. And I tell friends, I drive and walk on ice. So if I fall or get in an accident, it's going to be your fault if you don't pray for me.
Because, you know, we've seen the military chaplaincy being slowly politicized. And these poor chaplains are just really trying hard to keep faith alive.
They are. But I need to tell you, I am so impressed.
Good.
These men that I work with, they're all over the map, you know, as far as churches and theology and everything. But they're gentlemen, and they're amazing.
Good.
They're amazing.
Well, let me just say to viewers and listeners, if you want to catch up with Georgene and you feel the tug maybe to get involved in this, you can go to cefonline.com, cefonline.com, and learn more about it. I mean, we have we have the Dom here. I don't know what's going on out there in the way of what you do, but there's also Good News Clubs even in some schools around here that you can get involved in. And I know that there for a while, you were having them come off campus and go to another room. I can't remember what you were doing earlier, but it worked.
There's different places. I was director of Jackson County here,
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
Gail Began is in Jackson County doing a great job. I don't know exactly how many schools have good news clubs, but getting out there and going fishing where the fish are is the passion of my life.
You're a delight. Well, thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you.
Our prayers are with you, and keep us posted. And again, folks, if you need to get more information, let me encourage you to check this out. I mean, it's just wonderful. cefonline.com, cefonline.com. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Paulina, and I work at theDove TV. Did you know that when you support theDove TV, you have a profound impact, not only in our community, but around the world? It's your continued support that takes the inspiration and hope in the programs we produce and makes them available to the thousands of people who are watching these videos online every week. Help bring encouragement and hope to our valley and beyond by making a secure online donation today at our website, thedove.us.